became a Muslim, and what was the deciding factor to make you become a Muslim?
So I got a homeboy named Mozzie, who I was around. He passed now. He got killed in Atlanta. My homeboy Mozzie, and he was a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? But I had always had questions, especially when I became an adult. You know what I'm saying? I didn't believe a lot of shit that I was taught at 8, 9, 10. I stopped believing at 21. You know what I'm saying? I had my own train of thought. I put a video on my page when we won the championship, and I said I want to thank Allah. Way back in 03, it's on my Instagram. And around that time, I was still going to church and all that. But you know, I was into that. I was getting into drifting that way. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know what I'm saying? But I just wasn't confident enough, and I didn't know enough, and I wasn't grown enough. You know what I'm saying? In that space to be able to just make that leap in the middle of playing basketball and all. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't strong enough to do that. I wish I would have been. You know what I'm saying? Like I am now. You know what I'm saying? But and just being around people and just inquiring and learning from myself and knowing that a lot of shit that we was taught as kids was lies. You know what I'm saying? Basically 90% of it. You know what I'm saying? And when I start reading for myself, like what y'all saying, this don't say that. Right. How are we still saying this shit? Like, are we just that brainwashed where it says this different in the books that y'all talking from, but we still believing otherwise? Like, I'm like, nah, I'm not being dumb. I'm smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? So I started learning for myself, and it got to the point where doing the around the George Floyd time, I was like I was really searching for a lot of things, dog. Like I went 3 weeks without eating. You know what I'm saying? During that time, because I was just going here, speaking here, like it was just doing so much, dealing with death threats, all kind of shit, bro. And you know, I was just trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? I got my own kids at home. Like it was just so much going on, dog. And I couldn't figure shit out, bro. And I just was trying to find a way to put shit together to make it make sense. And what was I talking about, bro? I lost my train of thought.
The reason why you became
Muslim. And so during that time, I was just trying to figure things out, and so I started reading more, and I can't really say exactly what it was, bro, but something just hit me where, you know, I woke up one morning and I called Tone Trump. I said, Tone, I'm ready to take my Shahada out. I said, I'm ready, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I went to Philadelphia, and not knowing I was gonna have the support I had. You know what I'm saying? My sister Na, Ajabafai Na pulled up. Neef from Chris and Neef pulled up. You know, and Tone took me in, and I took my Shahada, bro. And I can actually say this and mean it, and not put no gas on it. I felt totally different from that day, as far as clear thinking of how I feel, what I stand on, you know what I'm saying, more confident in who I am, like since that day. Because they, you know, when to the day you take your Shahada, all your sins are taken away, but all your good deeds stay with you. So, you know what I'm saying, I've definitely felt more confident and stronger in who I am and what my purpose is from that day. You know what I mean? I think that was one of the best days of my life, taking my Shahada.
Damn. It makes sense, like you said, you don't know why, but like you said, 03 or whatever. You put the you didn't know why you did it.
I'll be making up something if I can tell you what made me go. You know what I'm saying? I just woke up that morning, and you know, it's time.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. What's your opinion on the checking in philosophy?
Everywhere I go, I check in, but you can't smell no bitch in me. Never, nowhere. You can't assassinate my character. So yeah, I check in everywhere I go because I know real niggas everywhere I go. Right? I'm not checking in for protection. I'm checking in because it's somebody I love that I know love me in the city that live there. Right? That's why I check in. So I have no problem explaining this to niggas. I check in everywhere I go because I know somebody I love and I know real niggas everywhere. So I have no problem checking in.
Yeah.
But if you checking in on some shit where you trying to pay a nigga to be around you, some niggas that don't really fuck with you or love you, that's a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole because some shit can go down where they ain't really trying to protect you or care about you.
Right.
They in it for the dollar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think anywhere I go, I got a history with the people that's around me. You know what I'm saying? A solid history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I don't mind checking in, bro. I don't mind.
Right. And that's how I always get your opinion. I thought somebody told me you had an opinion about it, but I didn't hear it myself, right? So that's interesting. So the difference when people say when you check it, you just tap it with dudes you got personal relationships with. Ain't no money being exchanged, ain't no nothing all that. It's just dudes I mess with that's strong in their city or respecting their city and whatever it was. Okay. Yeah,
niggas I fuck with.
Right. Because I be hearing the check-in joint a lot through the rappers and stuff like that, right? And I'm like saying they checking in, they still getting their shit robbed, and sometimes they getting killed. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that means.
Right.
This shit still happening, right? But yeah, so your perspective makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So now
I don't move like them niggas. Right, they be out. I don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? If I'm moving for a purpose.
Right.
I ain't moving to be seen, you know what I'm saying? No shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be accepted.
Right.
I'm him dunking already. I don't need to be, you know what I'm saying? Nah. So we move two different ways.
Right. What's your thought process on the Young Thug case situation? What's your thought on the whole thing?
I mean, I hate to see any young black male, any black man get jammed up in the system because I know too many people that's, then put themselves in those situations. So I just pray for them, bro, because that's where we come from. That's the shit we come from, dog. You know what I'm saying? We put in these situations. Obviously, we can't make excuses for the decisions we make. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't the first person that I know or seen that's been in a situation jammed up in a RICO. He ain't the first. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with Thug. I fuck with Thug for real, though, because when I was doing music at the time, Thug pulled up to my crib by himself. You know what I'm saying? Right before we blew up and chilled, did the song, all that shit. So he's a solid brother, dog. And you know what I'm saying? I know in the process of trying to bring everybody up, in the process of trying to make sure everybody's straight, when you the breadwinner, a lot of shit can happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody might not be mentally strong as you, or everybody not might have the same vision as you, and shit could end up like this. You know what I'm saying? I know it can happen. So all I could do is pray for him, bro. And I hope, you know what I'm saying, the people, if some people turn on him, I just pray to God heal his soul, because I know that's gonna hurt him more than anything.
Yeah, that's gonna crush him. Well, where were you at when you heard about Takeoff? What you thought about that?
I was fucked up. That's my little homie. That's why I live in Atlanta.
Right.
Him and Quay used to call me in. I used to go meet them on the north side. This little bar they used to be at all the time. Like, I used to buy a drink from him. You know, so I even brought him some. We used to fuck around.
Right.
So it was a cool dude, bro.
Yeah,
don't say two words.
I ain't heard nothing negative about this guy,
bro.
Man.
Don't say. So everybody got a homeboy. You look forward to seeing him. Right. Like, before you even get there to where he at, you smile, boy, I can't wait to see this nigga, bro.
Right,
he wanted, you know what I'm saying? He it's a good vibe all the time. No negativity, dog. Just like 21 Savage say, if somebody saying something, hating shit or some bullshit about him, they lying. They hating. Because he don't bother nobody, he don't say it. And that's the type of dude he was, dog. He was super cool, bro. And it couldn't have happened to a gooder person, dog. He was a solid dude, dog. That shouldn't have happened to him.
Right, yeah, man. Rest in peace, Playboy.
Yep.
Rest in peace, man. If you had an opportunity to select two different dudes and take them in a small room side this joint here and beat the dog shit out of them, who would that be?
Ooh, that's a long list.
We only need
okay,
two of them.
Two of them, okay.
If you wanted for 4 or 5 of them, you could go in. I ain't gonna stop you.
I'll do George Zimmerman.
Okay, definitely makes
sense.
That's
one.
We might come in there with you on
beat
that
the
one.
brakes off that.
Right.
And any KKK person.
Oh, okay.
Any person that hate black people.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't smoke.
Okay. During the time of both of these players playing, who you think was more influential, Michael Jordan or AI? When they was playing.
Man, Mike, come on. Right. I mean, AI for the culture, but worldwide,
Right.
MJ, come on now. That's not even close.
Yeah, you don't think?
For the culture, what AI did, let me tell you, because like for me, I would say AI, but in reality, it's MJ.
Right.
Because AI showed us, nigga, you can be you and still make it to the
Right.
NBA. You can wear your tattoos, you can walk
Right.
the walk, you can bring
Right.
your homies, you can do all that. He showed us that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, with the commercials and all that. So he did that for a whole generation.
Right.
For our culture, yes, he's our Mike for the culture.
Right.
But in the big scheme of things, who's the billionaire?
Right. Yeah.
MJ, of course, not even close.
Right, yeah.
It's not even close, dog.
That's a long time. We might have to go offline with that. That's a long time. I fuck with MJ.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I fuck with MJ.
Culture-wise, it's
AI.
AI.
That AI to me, he allowed everybody from any poverty area in the world to dream. You know what I'm saying? And it's all right to be yourself. Man, he had police wearing corn. I got police got on cornrows. You know what I'm saying? Like people gotta. Like Tupac, he was real big in people's, thought process. But dudes ain't want to put a scarf on their head and move or act like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? But AI, dudes really wanted to wear his clothes and do everything. We all did. Right? Yeah, right.
Please, everything.
Yeah. And I know AI, your man brother, so I ain't questioning that. But I was just curious on your position in that.
Yep.
Who the best? One and two, Kobe, Mike, LeBron. 3. I'm sorry. Give me the order. 1, 2, 3, the best in order.
Jordan, Cole, Bron.
Turn the cameras off, man. No.
Jordan, Cole, Bron.
Man, come on, man. The king, man. Throw the king in third spot.
Hey, the king live. Don't get me wrong.
The king in third spot.
Hey, the king live. I've been out there. It's a different mentality coming from that 24, bro. I'm telling you. Why you think everybody say that, bro?
Oh, my man. Like
24 was different, dog.
He different.
Nah, we'll never see a King James again. Bro, there's nothing I can say bad about him.
Right.
But I just know the mentality of that 24 and that 23, man. It was different, dog.
So that team that the King took to the championship and lost the Spurs for that was y'all, right? The first one. They lost the Spurs straight swept.
Mm-hmm.
You take him out there, you put Kobe on that team with no other people can't even name. He takes them to the championship.
You saw who Kobe won his last championship with?
Yeah, that's a hell of a team. Off paper.
Who?
We had the big boy. What's my man? Was playing the basketball.
Bynum?
No, he had Gasol. He was on that team, right? You had Artest, right? Is I'm naming people on the team? You had Artest.
Man, that team was trash.
Who else on that team? No.
Man, that team was trash.
No, there wasn't no trash.
That team was trash, dog.
And he had the magic wand with him.
Who?
The only man that won all up with Jordan and him. He
Phil.
still had Phil.
Oh yeah, Phil.
He still had Phil.
Yeah, nah, Phil.
But he had what's that? And I'm having the brain figure that Marcus. I like that Marcus Saul. If it wasn't Artest, it was the boy Odom. Man, come on, man. He had nothing compared to the team that Cleveland had.
I wouldn't say. I don't know. I don't know. I just know.
You had the boys shooting. Your man beat the shot out of the
will,
shooting 3-pointers.
Hey, dog. The will to win. No, he had it, bro. And if I had to put anybody in that position to say they would win, it would be Kobe.
Right, yeah.
He had that will, bro. Ain't no I can't do it.
Right.
Ain't no I'm gonna take tonight off. Ain't no I'm throwing the pass to him to shoot it. No, I'm taking the shot.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying the mentality of him and Bron. Right. Bron is probably by far the most talented basketball player all around we've ever seen. Okay. It's not even close.
Right.
As far as doing everything, a complete player, he is. I told my son, I idolize himself after LeBron James. I didn't say Kobe or Jordan.
Right.
Because LeBron is he's perfect at everything.
Right.
Business, the way he handled himself, his game, you know what I'm saying? Everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about from being a basketball player and playing against them both and being knowing MJ and playing against MJ, dog, the 24 is different. 24 is on MJ ass. Trust me, bro. Yeah. Trust me.
He ain't far off as MJ, but that king, man. That's. I see him as a player with Chicago, where Rose was Rose, and it was either Boosom or either the boy Gasol. One of them was killing. The Bron switched off with him, slow him down. Mm-hmm. Then late in the fourth quarter, Rose get to going. They dump more Rose.
Yeah.
And shut him down. I say, man, that was special. But you can't go wrong either way you pick him in that combination. I just wanted to get your perspective on that, man.
Yeah, that king, he going to go down with all the records. Scoring, everything.
Give me the wildest experience you had or seen with a groupie.
Ooh. The wildest experience I had with a groupie. Man. You know what? You ain't never heard about me being in the tabloids or nothing. Yeah, I'm a player. I done had a couple, threes and foursomes, but I ain't never had no drama. I deal with the right ones.
Right. You control the crowd. You control the room.
I ain't one of them thirsty motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I like who like me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, well, I ain't forcing no issues.
Right.
Yeah. We ain't forcing no issues.
Right.
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 sisters like you at the same time. It ain't your fault. It ain't your fault, right?
We gonna figure it out.
Okay. All right.
We gonna figure it out.
Man, you had it running. You had a running years ago with our little homie Steve Francis, man. How y'all today, man?
We cool. So let me explain how that all went, dog. We know each other well. Mm-hmm. He live in Houston. I'm from Port Arthur. That's all my area. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we bumped into each other a couple times. We never hung out. We never been in the same car. Right. We don't call each other, nothing like that. Right. But the respect has always been there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, I was paid to be there. Mm-hmm. And I was performing a mixtape or something I just dropped or something, right? And like I said, we didn't talk about him coming up. Like I didn't say meet up. I didn't know he was gonna be like, we don't talk. Right. So I'm start rapping and shit, and he falls on me, right? So I turn around, I'm like, oh, that's Steve, cool. Right. But I'm hearing the stories of how he been drinking and all that shit. I haven't seen him, so so he fall and I'm like, oh, that's Steve. He do it again, and I feel his belt buckle. Right. Like, hit me right on the back of my neck. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, bro. Right. Like, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm performing. He falling on the nigga. So he do it again. I lost it. I just turned around and grabbed him by his neck and like, nigga, what are you tripping, bro? Like, what you doing? Right. Because everybody see him falling on me because by the third time he fell on me, all my niggas done made it over there. You know what I'm saying? To the DJ booth. I'm like, so I didn't want to do that, dog, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I didn't hit him or nothing because I could have club punched him. Right. Yeah. I had him by his neck, bro. Right. I could have did him bad. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't trying to do that. Right. It's my just, you know what I'm saying? Right. But he kept falling on the nigga, dog, and I just, you know what I'm saying? So I even apologized to him. You know what I'm saying? Because I just snapped like that, but we ain't never had no problems. We good.
And as of the day, y'all cool as of the day.
I mean, I haven't seen him since. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't got no problem with Steve.
Okay. Cool.
I got no problem with Steve.
Man. What's your opinion about Skip Bayless?
I was fucking with Skip, dog, because he was one of them people, when I first came out doing the TV, I was doing ESPN and Fox at the same time. And Skip was always telling Fox, man, we got to get Jack on. We got to get Jack on. So they kept me working. He kept me working. I ain't going to lie. But lately, he been too bold with his disrespect. You know what I'm saying? To the point where when he's tweeted that tweet about DeMar Hamlin about the game, and I went on Twitter right after and said, when I see him, I'ma slap him. Mm-hmm. It's funny you said that because he just texted me talking about do I have time to talk, and I'm gonna give him the respect to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he is a friend, dog. I can't lie, he is a homie. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I would want somebody to tell me the same thing when I'm wrong. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I know, as professional as he is, as long as he's been doing this, right. if it would have been Tom Brady in that situation, he would have chose his words wisely. Right. It wouldn't have been nobody having to come at him this way. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know when I tell him that, he gonna understand that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm upset with some of the things he's been saying, even with how he came at Shannon recently on the show. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I hopefully that men can get some understanding because what I'm saying, he was a friend. He is a friend. Yeah.
Okay, Skip. You see, you called him. He ain't talking to you, so I come on the show and debate you about LeBron. LeBron. He not calling me. He ain't answering the phone or nothing. That's we talk about LeBron on your show, over dinner, somewhere about LeBron, man. Somewhere about LeBron, man. Shout
out Lil Wayne too. Lil Wayne the plug this. Wayne called me and wanted me to put me and Skip together. Wayne fuck with Skip.
Lil Wayne Skip, they mess each other.
That's my brother. That's my little brother. You know what I'm saying? That's really my little brother.
I was out there with a lot of New Orleans guys. Good guys.
Yeah.
Well, what's the name? How did you and Mac Bonds come up with that name? All the Smoke and who? thought of? Was it a collective or somebody thought, that's a good idea, that's a good name?
So we both was doing ESPN and Fox. So we was like, we was sitting there smoking and was like, man, we should do our own show. His sister came up with the All the Smoke name. Me and him had came up with the idea of doing our own show. He had a connect with a woman named Ellen Rickerton. Beautiful friend of ours. I love her to death. She helped start the show Red Table Talk. And she had a relationship with Showtime. So we started having a meeting with her and we pitched the show to her. She was all over it. Got it to Brian Daly at Showtime. He was all over it. And it's been all uphill ever since.
I'm going to name a few dudes. Just give me your thoughts about them. Jay-Z.
One of a kind.
Yeah. Al Heyman.
Al Heyman. Godfather.
Stephen Smith.
Which one?
On the first take, was that first take or
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith, yeah.
You 100.
Stephen A. Smith.
That's it there.
Oh, that's it. That's the words right there.
I'm just trying to find the right word because I don't.
Stephen A. Smith.
That's
Take a loan to get to you, Stephen.
Yeah, because that's my guy.
Yeah.
But he pissed me off a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love him, but I hate him.
Right. Yeah. So that's your okay. He can do that to you. It's funny because, like I say, since I've been from AI since Georgetown, and I remember before Steve blew up, he was like the little beat writer for Philly. So I was always telling everybody that I was to go up Philly. Get Iverson clothes. He used to be around. I seen him at Fridays or something one day. He was around a little earlier. So I was telling people, man, whatever you hear him say something, it's true about Iverson. It's before he even blew up, right? So one day I see him on the show, and it was a couple of years ago, and he was talking about something about Iverson. And to me, he took a position that was against Iverson. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember how he gave you that brand like that, right? So I had my own emotional feeling about like I stopped fucking with him. I said, man, I'm cutting you off, right? And one day I talked to AI like about a year ago, and I was like, man, what's up with Steve, man? Man, nigga said that shit. Then he said, nah, man, he good brother, man, he good dude. Don't you know what we talk about? Ain't nothing like good brother. He like one of us, right? So I was hating him for about a couple of years, but you know I messed back with him again. Even though he said a lot of shit I don't agree with.
I love him.
He said a lot of shit I don't agree with. Let me say, he said a lot of shit I don't agree with.
But we get right on the phone.
Yeah. But
we get right on the phone.
I respect him. Man, what would you tell? You could talk to your 16-year-old self. What would you tell him?
My 16-year-old self. Buckle up.
Buckle up. Good.
So my buckle up. It's gonna be a long ride, kid.
All right. Before this last question I want to ask you, and I'm stealing this one from you. Who would you like to see me interview?
Let's see, dog. Who would I like to see on your show? Because I know it's gonna be real. I would like to see Bun B.
Okay, can you make it happen?
Of course I can make that happen.
We're going to have Bun B on it. We're going to have Bun B on it, man.
I would like to see Bun B on the show, bro.
All right,
yeah.
Man, give me anything you want to, you're making enough money. You can still ain't going to help to promote some more, man. What you want to talk about, any promotion, and somebody checking these sites out?
Well, I just dropped a new show on Showtime called Fight Towns, boxing show where I'm going in depth with boxers, going to see what they like to eat, what jewelry stores they shop at, where they buy clothes at, actually work out with them and all that stuff. Just dropped on Showtime, 300K views in 3 days. You did. I got that going. Of course, All the Smoke, award-winning podcast with my brother Matt. Showtime as well. I got with Westbrook, Will Smith Company shooting a documentary of my life called Second Half. Coming probably at the end of this year. It's gonna be a series, I think. I got that coming, and I got a first role. Rip Hamilton is doing a series about a coach trying to, a basketball player who was good but gets in trouble and ends up going to jail. Comes out, his 2 sons are good in basketball, but the mom is dating a drug dealer. He trying to come back and be in his kid's life by working in sanitation. So my first role is in a series by Rip Hamilton playing the father. So I'm gonna start acting this year as well. Just whatever God put in front of me, man, I'm gonna try to take advantage of.
Doing your thing, right, man. So, man, and in closing, man. First, I want to thank you for coming, man.
Oh, man,
Definitely,
honored, man.
Yeah,
Honored.
yeah, mean like
Honored.
you know, see you on the couch, man. But in closing, I always like to try to leave a jewel. You heard his story. I learned some stuff about it. I thought I knew a lot about him, man. He lost his brother. I mean, I don't even want to repeat all that. You heard his story. So, and then I'm a host that been through the largest case in Washington, D.C. history, been shot, locked up, everything, what's his name. So don't let nobody tell you that you can't change, you can't win, you can't do nothing. In my era, we don't do the cameras, we don't take pictures. I can't even, so I can't show you all the shit we really did because we wasn't taking pictures because it hurt you in the court of law back then. It still do. But I'm in front of a mic. You got to get used. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So people don't want to be uncomfortable. You got to get used to striving in uncomfortable situations. So don't say you can't change. This man doing it all. I'm making a change life, and you can make a change life, man. So keep doing what y'all doing, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Curtbone TV, and we looking forward to seeing y'all soon.
My God.
My man.
Honored.
Jill. Yeah.
Out the park, niggas know me. Curtbone, little homie. All days, yeah. Been a road, yeah.
Look, man, make sure y'all log on to Curtbone TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Share it with a friend. I'm going to keep on bringing y'all interesting content, interesting interviews. I'm going to even let y'all think of topics to give me that we can talk about. I'm going to start going live. But what I need y'all to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, share it with a friend. Remember, Curtbone TV.